Good morning, this is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from the YouTube channel. So I continue my part series. The week that was college football history review, the 1984 college football season. This is week 8 for October 20th, 1984. Let's get into it. We got West Virginia beating Boston College 21-20. West Virginia coach Don Nehling continued the mastery over the Eagles, winning 5th straight on a second half rally. Boston College grabbed a 20-6 halftime lead. Its quarterback Doug Flutie over only 4 career record against West Virginia threw a 42-yard pass for a touchdown with Kelvin Martin, while receiver fullback Steve Strahan ran for a 24-yard touchdown, while Mountaineers could manage only 2 field goals. Meanwhile, Mountaineers woke up with a 52-yard pass from quarterback Kevin White to wide receiver Willie Drew that set up fullback Ron Wolfie's 1-yard plunge as West Virginia defense proved impenetrable in the second half. So tailback John Gay ran for a winning touchdown for 5 yards early in the fourth quarter. So West Virginia was number 20 in the country at the time. So this was like an upset because Boston College was ranked number 4 in the country. So West Virginia beat number 4 Boston College 21-20. Now we got Louisiana State, number 10 team in the country. This was about 2 ranked teams. Number 10 Louisiana State against number 16 Kentucky, where number 10 Louisiana State beat number 16 Kentucky 36-10. Now tailback Dalton Hilliard continued his excellent season with 164 yards rushing. School record tying 4 touchdowns as Tigers overcame a 5 first half turnovers to rout previously undefeated Kentucky. The Cats of Kentucky, Wildcats of Kentucky, more than made up for LSU's mistakes with 4 lost fumbles and 5 interceptions of its own. While defense allowed visitors to gain 506 yards, the Tigers led only by 9-3 score at halftime, despite 301 yards in total offense, but exploded in the second half as Hilliard scored his touchdowns, including 2 runs of 14 yards apiece. Wildcats had won first half chances, twice losing ball within LSU 10-yard line, but only field goal to show for these opportunities as cornerback James Pearson picked off trick pass on 1-yard line to kill chance. By the time Wildcats cracked LSU goal line on 1-yard run by tailback George Adams, the score was 29-10 against them in third quarter. As Tigers quarterback Jeff Wickersham threw for 221 yards. Next, we got South Carolina, number 11 team in the country. They beat Notre Dame 36-32. Number 11, South Carolina. No one expected Coach Joe Morrison to turn things around at South Carolina so quickly. Great start in second year included wins over Georgia, Pittsburgh, and Notre Dame. Meanwhile, the Fighting Irish Notre Dame held a 26-14 lead entering the fourth quarter as tailback Alan Pickett had 100 yards rushing on 25 carries, ran in 2 touchdowns, and passed 6 yards for a touchdown to quarterback Steve Berline on flea flicker. Meanwhile, the Gamecocks raced for 22 points during a 6-minute span of fourth quarter as relief quarterback Mike Holt scored twice, including a 33-yard run that put Carolina up 29-26. Final Gamecocks touchdown on 4-yard run by backup halfback Quentin Lewis was set up by a fumble recovery by defensive back Ray Boone on Notre Dame's 17-yard line. Okay, Iowa beat Michigan. Iowa, number 18 team in the country, defeated Michigan by score up 30-26 to nothing. This was a shutout. Now, at the time, Coach Bo Schembechler suffered his worst loss at Michigan as Iowa defense stretched touchdown-free streak to 3 straight Big Ten games. Critical stop occurred with score at 12-0 in the fourth quarter. Marines driving as Iowa safety Devon Mitchell picked off his second pass at 1-yard line. Returned 75 yards to set up fullback Owen Gill's back-breaking 10-yard touchdown run. Wolverines defense did a good job of holding tailback Ronnie Harmon and quarterback Chuck Long in check, but could not prevent Hawkeyes' first win over Michigan at home since 1962. Also, it was the first shutout in series since 1929. Michigan offense had something to do with that, gaining only 187 yards. Tailback Rick Rogers' 55-yard leading running game. And special teams lost 3 fumbles. Next, we got Nebraska beating Colorado 24-7. Nebraska, number 5 team in the country, beat Colorado 24-7. As yeoman defense effort gave Buffs slim 7-3 lead entering the fourth quarter, but 15 minutes was all Huskers needed to win. Nebraska quarterback Travis Turner, native of Colorado, ran for 2 touchdowns and threw 11 yards scoring past the tight end Brian Heimer to lead Huskers' fourth quarter blowout. Prior to fourth quarter, Buffalo's gangly employed tilt defense with 2 nose guards to frustrate Nebraska and set up sole touchdown. Quarterback Steve Vogel's 16-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Lloyd Alexander, followed fumble recovery by Colorado linebacker Danny McMillan, who had 2 sacks. I-back for the Huskers of Nebraska, Jeff Smith, had 165 yards, 28 more than registered by Buffalo's runners. Houston beat Southern Methodist, number 16 in the country, 29-20. Never trailing, Cougars scored on 6 first 7 possessions and snapping 11-game losing streaks in top 20 teams. 11-game losing streak in top 20 teams. That's what was snapped with Houston winning this game against Southern Methodist. Houston kicker Mike McClendon booted the school record 5 field goals. Quarterback Gerald Landry threw a 68-yard touchdown pass to tight end Carl Hilton for 26-7 lead in third quarter. Mustangs scored 2 touchdowns to pull within 26-20 late in the fourth quarter before forcing punt. SMU punt returner Frankie Thomas, focal punt recovered by Houston defensive end Gary McManus. A 16-yard line to set up clinching field goal. SMU tailback Reggie Depard rushed for 114 yards, 71-yard touchdown jaunt, caught 5 passes for 90 yards. Defeat was Mustangs' first in Southwest Conference to any team other than Texas since 1980. Ponies permitted 430 yards despite tower of strength and middle. As nose guard Jerry Ball, who participated in 19 tackles, Houston defense held Mustangs to 325 yards, with 4 sacks of quarterback Don King. 2 interceptions by cornerback Dwayne Bowden. Texas, number 3 team in the country, defeated Arkansas by a score of 24-18. Penalty by Texas as time elapsed allowed Razorbacks to launch one more attempt at victory from Steele's 20-yard line. With extra chance, Arkansas quarterback Brad Taylor threw slant pass to wide receiver Jamie Luders, who spooked Memorial Stadium crowd by darting to 4-yard line before being halted by Longhorn cornerback Tony Tillman. Razorbacks had rallied from 24-3 deficit as Taylor, who threw for 21 yards passing, shook off a start. Taylor went 0-10, 0 for 10, 4 interceptions from opening whistle, but eventually launched 54 yards for a touchdown to wide receiver James Shibest in the fourth quarter. Steady Texas quarterback Todd Dodge threw 2 touchdown passes, tossing 22 yards to wide receiver Brent Duhan to open scoring in the first half quarter. 5 yards to tight end William Harrison third quarter. Rain contributed to both teams, coughing up 6 turnovers. Okay, we got Brigham Young beating Air Force 30-25. Brigham Young was ranked number 7 in the country. They beat Air Force 30-25. The Cougars won in contrast of offensive styles as quarterback Robbie Bosco threw for 484 yards, 28 of 41 passing. The nation's total offensive leader also threw 4 touchdown passes, while Cougars' top-rated passing attack clicked beautifully as Falcons, with country's top ground attack, were held to 219 yards rushing, more than 100 yards less than average. Winning points at 27-19 were delivered in third quarter by Bosco's 54-yard pass to tight end David Mills, who had 10 catches for 225 yards receiving, which dug BYU out of third and 21 hole in fourth quarter. Quarterback Bart Weiss, 76-yard drive that was led to 2-yard touchdown keeper to pull Air Force to within 27-25, but he misfired on 2-point conversion pass. BYU, meanwhile, the defense made 2 big plays in the second quarter by stopping Air Force's 4th down rushes. including tackle fullback Pat Evans at Cougars 1-yard line by defensive end Larry Hamilton. And finally, we got number 1 Washington, who was number 1 at the time, beat Oregon 17-10. Washington maintained a top spot in the AP ranking despite abysmal offensive performance. Crabtree Huskies earned 3 first downs, total on 109 yards, and still won. Huskies counted touchdowns on 42-yard punt return for a touchdown by cornerback Ron Milius and wide receiver Mike Gaffney's end zone recovery, a punt block by Tim Peoples at safety. Now the Ducks endured other special teams struggles with bad punt snap and 2 missed field goals. Oregon created 17 first downs and 268 yards, but found penetrating Washington goal line difficult. Huskies offense found everything difficult as quarterback Hugh Millen passed for microscopic 36 yards, and tailback Jock Robinson had 36 yards rushing on 12 carries, found holes harder to maneuver. Oregon made its touchdown in second quarter on a 1-yard run by fullback Alex Mack and capped 35-yard excursion set up by safety Dan Wilkins interceptions. Washington linebacker Reggie Rogers knocked Ducks quarterback Chris Miller out of action with concussion on late hit. And Miller will be troubled by head injuries rest of his college and pro careers. So that includes a look at Week 8. College Football History Review. The week that was College Football History Review, the 1984 college football season for Week 8. The games that were played on October 20th, 1984, Week 8. Here we go. Let's look at the AP polls. October 22nd, we got number 20, Southern California, 19, Penn State, 18, West Virginia, 17, Iowa, 20, Southern California, 19, Penn State, West Virginia, 18, 17, Iowa, number 20, Southern California, 19, Penn State, 18, West Virginia, 17, Iowa. There's a tie for the 15th spot between Florida State and Florida, 14, Southern Methodist, 13, Georgia, 12, Auburn, and number 11, Boston College. Top 10 looks like this. We got 10, Oklahoma State, South Carolina 9, 8, Miami, Louisiana State 7, Ohio State 6, Brigham Young 5, Nebraska 4, Texas 3, Oklahoma 2, and number 1, Washington. It's like clues. Look at Week 8, the College Football History Review, 1984 college football season, the week that was. Please like and subscribe and comment on the channel. Do a video of this magnitude tomorrow. Until then, talk to you soon.